Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am in the mood to read some manga, specifically shoujo manga. Shoujo manga holds such a dear place in my heart. Is that the phrase? It's just really special to me because it was my favorite genre growing up, and that was my shit. I loved it. I would always read manga online. I would read one-shot shoujo manga that I was too young for, which I guess is more like Ryuusei. But I don't know, we don't have to get into the specifics of how manga works. I have 2 series on my Kindle that I want to finish. So this will be a reading vlog and review of those 2 series. The one I want to focus on first is called Hirunaka no Ryuusei, or Daytime Shooting Star. It's a reread for me. I binged Daytime Shooting Star, I think when I was in high school. I remember like scrolling through and reading it on Manga Fox or something like that. I don't know if Manga Fox still exists, but also let's support the industry instead of always reading translations, you know, at least to the best of your abilities, because I know manga's not accessible everywhere, especially translated stuff. But yeah, I read this really great series years ago, and it's finally like all available in traditionally published translation manga, however you want to word that, in America or English speaking parts of the world, I guess. So I got these the last, let me count, can't count, the last 5 volumes of the series. Well, I hope number 12 is the last. I guess I'll find out. I believe I have the last 5 volumes of the series available to me, and I just want to read it with you all. It's, if you have not heard of Daytime Shooting Star before, it is a shoujo manga about a girl. I forgot all the characters' names because I'm in the middle of the series and it's been months since I last read the first half. But it's about our main girl. She's in high school. She's from the countryside. For reasons that are explained that I do not remember, I believe her parents move. So she moves to the city to live with her uncle. And in that process, during her journey, her travels, she is in the city. She's trying to figure out where to go. She meets this older guy who helps her and ends up being her uncle's friend, who also ends up being her teacher. And well, I don't want to simplify her feelings, but because he was like the first nice person in the city, she starts to develop feelings for him, and interest towards him. Not condoning this crush or this relationship at all, just because of how much I love. Just because I love the story does not mean that I think this is okay, but that happens. But there's also another guy, and he is the same age as her. He's in her class. She kind of just forces him to be her friend, which I think is cute. And he is someone who's not good with talking and being around women because of his own home life and situation. So you have these 2 different relationships. And in typical shoujo fashion, we're going to watch it blossom. So if you, again, have not ever read this series, there will be spoilers in it, because I do want to do a reading vlog on it because it is so good. And well, I hope I still like it now, since the last time I read it was about 10 years ago. But I remember really liking it. So I'm gonna get started. Read with me if you'd like, get a snack. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this vlog. Also, so I am going to start with volume 8, and the story and art are both by Mika Yamamori, or Yamamori Mika. She's so cute. I feel like my character's name is like Suzume. Okay. At volume 8, I'll read the story thus far, because manga usually has a story thus far part, a little summary. So, Suzume Yosano is a first year in high school. Born in the country, she grew up living a free and easy life. Due to the family's circumstances, she was forced to transfer to a school in Tokyo. Lost on her first day in the city, she is found by a man who later turns out to be her homeroom teacher, Mr. Shishio. Suzume gradually develops feelings for him. Unable to suppress her feelings, Suzume declares her love to him. Shishio turns her down, but soon after, he admits to Suzume that he returns her feelings. Their relationship is full of highs and lows, and despite her best efforts, Suzume can't seem to get closer to Shishio. Probably for a good reason, girl. Meanwhile, something weighs heavily on Shishio's mind. Urged on by Ryuusei, Suzume attempts to get Shishio to clarify their relationship. However, before she can get the words out, Shishio expresses his desire to return to just being teacher and student. As if that wasn't bad enough, he tells Suzume that he never loved her, a revelation that causes Suzume to burst into tears. Yeah, that's the story thus far. Let's see where our girl Suzume is at. And don't really care where Shishio is at, but you know, let's see. Okay, we're starting this volume with the flashback of how they met. Okay. So we are at a passage where Shishio is looking at Suzume, and he's just like, oh wait. I am literally only like 3 pages in here, but this is a flashback of for their first meeting or whatever, and Shishio is just like, her forehead's so round, it's almost childlike, because she is a kid. The other boy just came, her friend, I forgot his name, but he's like, I don't give her, that's not the more. He's like, tell me what you did to her, because he knows she is sad. I don't like this teacher. I remember when I was in high school, I thought it was cute, like Mr. or Shishio Sensei and Suzume. I thought that was cute. How embarrassing. Proud of my growth though. Oh, the other boy's name is Mamuda. Mamuda he just showed up at her home. Mamuda is definitely best boy. Hello everyone. New clip, new day. Same Stussy. I think that's how you say it. Stussy sweatshirt, because I don't think it's dirty yet. That's just how I feel. But last time I checked in with you all, I was on volume 8 of Daytime Shooting Star, Hirunaka no Ryuusei. I am still reading it. I only got 32% in before I needed to get ready for bed, because I am a lazy, not lazy, I'm a tired mid-20s person who spends all day talking to and teaching 12 to 14-year-olds. it takes a lot out of a person, okay? Especially when you're an introvert. So I didn't read much the last time I checked in with all of you, but I'm going to continue to read now, and I'm looking forward to it. So right now, Suzume finally told her other friends about her current relationship problems, how the teacher broke off the inappropriate relationship, and I just think it's sweet how her friends were like, oh, how she apologized. Suzume apologized first because she was like, I'm sorry for making you worry over something so silly. But her friends were like, why are you apologizing? You're the one who's hurt the most right now. You're the one who has been suffering and we didn't know. I think that was a really sweet moment. She's reflecting on the relationship. And it goes like this. Here's the page first. The guy who called me Tweety and greeted me with that deep voice. The guy who went to the aquarium with me and gave me that glass case for Christmas, whose hands were skinny and rough, and who smelled like a mix of coffee and cigarettes and had laugh lines around his eyes. The guy who reads shoujo manga and has prominent double eyelids. The first guy to ever make my heart race. I had it all. And now I'm supposed to move on and just leave it all behind? Yeah, girl, because he's your freaking teacher. But, you know, high school be different. Teenagers have a lot of feelings, but move on. Look at the snowman they made. Yuka's energy is so funny. I like the trope of the Kitsu girl. That's actually kind of mean, sarcastic, a little sassy, if you will. I think she's cute. Hi, I'm about to start volume 9 of Hirunaka no Ryuusei. Not this boy confessing his feelings to Suzume just to act like everything's normal and fine. Don't like that for her. But I forgot how cute this was, so I'm really happy reading it. Okay, but I want someone to just buy me a plushie to make me feel better. So cute. And Yosano or... Wait, Yosano or Suzume? I think Suzume is her first name? Oh. Well, she's like freaking out. He's apologizing. They're so cute. And then we get a confession. Maybe I was just really into that volume or something because it went by way too fast. It felt significantly shorter than volume 8. Let's see, log 191 versus... Like, I guess it doesn't matter, but it definitely felt really different. Oh wait, no. So it had technically volume 9 has less chapters because we have like the extra chapter that isn't related to the story. But we got the confession. It ended with Suzume Yosano. I should really figure out which name I should be calling her. With her seemingly about to confess to him. So that means we'll get 3 volumes with them as a couple, I hope. I hope that's the case. If I remember correctly, I think that's the case. But very cute, super cute. I think what I love about shoujo manga is that it really reminds me or makes me feel like I'm young again, and that like excitement towards a new relationship or a new crush. Not that there's anything wrong with or not that long-term relationships are less exciting, but there's something really cute about that first love, you know? I'm on, what was the last check-in? I'm on volume 11 now. A lot has happened. Suzume is trying really, really hard to fully love and only think about Mamaru. But Mr. Shishio is being a creep, an indecisive creep, and now that they were fake dating in volume like 9 or 10, when he saw them together and he was like getting jealous or possessive or just feeling his feels, but he's a fucking 26-year-old trying to get at what, a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, trying to get her again because he did date her ish for a little bit. And I'm just like, I'm 26. You should not be doing shit like that. Nasty. So I felt no sympathy watching or reading his internal struggles while watching Suzume fall for Mamoru, or spend more time with him and stuff. So we're at the sports day arc, and I love a good sports festival plot line, subplot. That and beach day episodes are really fun to me. And I'm about to read the part where Mamoru and Mr. Shishio will run against each other and whatever, and race against each other. And I'm still fully enjoying the story. The structure, the reason I really, really like this shoujo manga series is because the structure doesn't follow the typical formula of a shoujo manga series. We had Suzume fall for Shishio, and then it got rough, and then you have a lie to make the blow better or seemingly better, and then the second male lead is given a chance, which does happen at times, but rarely do we see the struggles of the original male lead and have this much internal struggle within a love triangle. I feel like usually the main girl will quickly realize she can't like the second male lead and then just goes back. But in this series, Suzume is trying really, really hard to get over Mr. Shishio, and I think that's great for her, and I fully support it. And I like that she's also working really hard to support her friends' new love interests as well. So it's a cute time. I'm enjoying it. This man, Mr. Shishio, should be it. Oh my god, my hands are so sweaty, excuse me. This man, let me continue. He needs to go. Not him saying, I'm not losing, I confess my true feelings to her. You should have kept all that to yourself. Why? I think I'm extra upset because I read this back when I was Suzume's age, like 15, 16, maybe younger. And now I'm his age and he's that simpy over a former student who is still in high school. And then not him saying he's not gonna lose. Why are you getting in the way of teenagers? I can't. I finished. Just finished reading volume 12 of Daytime Shooting Star. I believe volume 13 has like extra chapters in it. But I don't think the official publication for it is or has been released. And yes, I'm laying in bed with a red blanket with a red shirt, and it's just all blended in. But I did enjoy the story. I do enjoy the story, and this is again spoilery if you have not read this before. So Suzume has started a fake date Mamoru, and they do their thing. They hang out. They date for real. She's trying to get over Mr. Shishio, and then they take a summer trip together with their friends, and it's really cute. I think her relationship with Mamoru is really rushed though, and I kind of wish they experience their own type of things. Like they both dates, her with Mr. Shishio and her with Mamoru, both went to aquariums and stuff like that. And yeah, she's really into fish, so that is a really good spot for her. But I don't know, I'd like to see her experience other things too. But the way their relationship progressed and their story was told felt really simplified and rushed in comparison to her journey and time with Mr. Shishio. Like that felt like the bulk of the story, and then because of that experience she realized like why Mamoru was better and healthier for her. And I get that, and I do like that that we have a second relationship within a shoujo series, and we get to see her make that choice and grow and change. It's just I wish she got to experience new things with him as well, instead of constantly comparing those two experiences because they did similar activities. So, yeah, I guess I just wish it was a little more complex, but I like that it was different from a typical shoujo series. And I think it's a pretty solid one. I feel like shoujo isn't as popular as it used to be. And I think it definitely deserves an anime. But the next series that I will read and maybe finish, this might not be completed, is the Love Me, Love Me Not manga series. I'm also starting at volume 8 because I've read the first couple earlier this year. I think I've actually read 8 already, so I'll start at 9. And I have 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not sure if 12 is the last one. Let's see if it says on the extra info. I just hold my Kindle really weird. Come on, about this book. Oh, ooh, my angle changed. This is book 12 of 12. Okay, cool. I feel that means it's the last, right? 12 of 12. Yeah, that looks like the cover of a final volume. Love Me, Love Me Not, though, is written and drawn by Io Saka. Or Sakasaki? Let me double check. Io Saka, who also created Strobe Edge and How to Ride, Blue Spring Ride, and I love both. I love Blue Spring Ride more, but both are really, really good. So I'm excited to continue her work, and hopefully I'll be less about me looking in the next clip. Hi, quick check-in / outro to let you all know that I will actually not be reading Love Me, Love Me Not. I think that's what it's called. The Io Saka manga series that I was planning on starting after Hirunaka no Ryuusei, simply because I realized that one high school shoujo series, romance series, was enough for me right now. I am not in the mood to deal with young adolescent drama, especially now that I'm on winter break and I don't have to be around that age group. So yeah, so that was my little reading vlog for finishing up one series. I think I would like to do this again as I get access to different manga series on my Kindle, because I'm an adult. I feel like I should just be reading manga that is from the library instead of like on those websites, you know. I can afford to support manga, so I'm going to. That's a random thought. Anyways, yeah, not into it, not in the mood right now to read more shoujo manga, but when I do, I will let you know. And I hope I can plan my videos better so I actually commit to what I say I'm gonna read, but that's something I can work on. So thank you for hanging out with me. See you in the next video.